Have you ever heard of a love story so powerful it could literally split the earth and transcend death itself? Forget Romeo and Juliet for a moment. Today we're journeying back over 1,000 years before Shakespeare to the Eastern Jin Dynasty of China to uncover one of history's most moving and enduring romantic tragedies. The legend of Liang, Shanbo and Zhu Yingtai, also known as Sam Pek Eng Tay. This isn't just a tale of star-crossed lovers. It's a powerful cultural touchstone, a story of rebellion, and a timeless symbol of eternal love. Our story begins in a society where a woman's place was strictly defined, and education for them was completely forbidden. But our heroine, Zhu Yingtai or Eng Tay, was no ordinary woman. Fueled by an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, she hatched a daring plan. She convinced her family to let her attend school, but on one condition: she had to disguise herself as a young man. So, she packed her bags, donned men's clothing, and set off on a journey that would change her destiny forever. It was on this journey that she met Liang Shanbo, or Sam Pek. The two became instant friends, their connection deep and immediate. For 3 years, they were inseparable scholars. They studied together, shared a room, and lived as the closest of companions. Sam Pek, earnest and perhaps a bit naive, saw only his brilliant and loyal best friend, completely unaware of the woman hiding in plain sight. Meanwhile, Eng Tay's heart was filled with a love she couldn't express, a love hidden beneath the guise of brotherhood. She dropped hints, subtle and clever, but they all flew right over Sam Pek's head. Their bond was pure and profound, a secret love story unfolding without its leading man even knowing it. The day their studies ended was a day of bittersweet farewells. Eng Tay had to return home, back to her life as a woman. Before they parted, she made a cryptic promise to Sam Pek. She urged him to visit her family's estate, telling him she would arrange a marriage for him with her sister. Of course, this sister was none other than herself, a final desperate hint for the man she loved. She hoped he would finally understand the truth and they could be together. But fate, as it often does in these tales, had a crueler plan in store. Sometime later, Sam Pek, finally taking her up on the offer, made the long journey to Eng Tay's home. When he arrived, the truth was finally revealed. He was met not by his male friend, but by a beautiful young woman. He was stunned to realize that his best friend, his confidant for 3 long years, was the woman he had unknowingly fallen in love with. The joy of this discovery, however, was tragically short-lived. Eng Tay's family, bound by the rigid traditions of the era, had already arranged her marriage to a wealthy and powerful man named Mao Wen-tsai. Eng Tay pleaded. She fought, she declared her love for Sam Pek, but it was no use. She was a pawn in a game of social status and family honor, her own desires meaning nothing. The news was a devastating blow to Sam Pek. He returned home, his heart completely shattered. The grief consumed him. He fell ill, a sickness born not of disease, but of pure unbearable sorrow. A love so deep, thwarted by a society so rigid, proved too much for him to bear. Before long, Liang Shanbo died of a broken heart, his life cut short by a love that could never be. The climax of our story arrives on Eng Tay's wedding day. Dressed in her magnificent bridal finery, she was carried in a palanquin toward the home of Mao Wen-tsai, a man she did not love. As the procession passed near the place where Sam Pek was buried, a powerful, unstoppable force took hold of her. She demanded that the procession halt. She ran from her carriage straight to her true love's grave and collapsed, weeping in despair. And then, something extraordinary happened. The sky darkened, a bolt of lightning struck the ground, and the earthen mound of Sam Pek's grave split wide open. In that moment, Eng Tay made her choice. With no hesitation, she chose love over duty, over status, over life itself. She leaped into the open tomb, which sealed shut behind her, uniting her with Sam Pek in death. But that's not where the story ends. Moments later, from the now sealed tomb, 2 magnificent butterflies emerged. They fluttered up into the sky, dancing together in perfect, joyful unison. They were Sam Pek and Eng Tay, their souls finally united, free from the constraints of the world that had kept them apart. The butterfly, a powerful symbol in Chinese culture, represents the freedom of the spirit and everlasting love. Their tragic end was also a beautiful beginning, an eternal dance of two souls intertwined forever. The legend of the butterfly lovers is so much more than a simple romance. It's a powerful critique of the oppressive social structures of its time, a protest against forced marriages, and a timeless anthem for the freedom to love who you choose. Its influence has echoed through centuries, inspiring countless adaptations. There's the beloved 1963 musical film, The Love Eternal, a dramatic 2008 martial arts version, and perhaps most famously, the Butterfly Lovers Violin Concerto. Composed in 1959, this masterpiece beautifully blends Western orchestral traditions with Chinese melodies to tell the story through music. It's a piece of world heritage that still moves audiences to tears today. Even now, the original tomb, believed to be in Ningbo, Zhejiang, is a site of pilgrimage. Young couples visit to pay their respects and ask for a blessing, hoping for a love as eternal as that of Sam Pek Eng Tay. Their story is a powerful reminder that while society can build walls and death can seem final, true love will always find a way to fly free. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into one of the world's greatest love stories. Until next time, stay curious,